What do you do if you've built a lifestyle of constantly being busy and now you want to slow down and enjoy life a little bit more? It's not easy. And to be honest, for me, it's been a struggle to balance the two. Hi, my name is Caroline and thank you for joining me today. In today's video, I will be sharing my experience, my journey so far, and also my thoughts on transitioning from being a workaholic to living a slower life and the challenges I faced and still face till today. As I talk about this topic, I will take you with me on some gardening jobs and an update on my vegetable garden, and also some other shots to help you appreciate what a slow life truly looks like. Feel free to share your own journey, your own thoughts in the comments below. At this point, I would like to take the opportunity to thank all those who have subscribed to my channel, and you've helped me reach 1,000 subscribers, which is the first milestone when you start a YouTube channel. And I thank all of you for being part of this journey with me. You'd think that after months, even years of slowing down, I wouldn't crave the hustle anymore. But sometimes I do. I wake up feeling like I need to do more, move faster and be more productive. But after some thought, I realize that it's not always what I really want. It's about what I've been conditioned to need. For many years, actually since childhood, since I was brought up in a very business environment mentality and a large family which was buzzing always with relatives and friends visiting. And then eventually I raised my own large family of 4 kids and running a shop. My body and brain were wired for speed. My days were programmed just like a robot. The routine was always wake up, rush off and start the day. Busyness was my default setting. I used to think that busy was success. Like if I wasn't doing something productive, I was falling behind, failing and being lazy. It was just a constant motion, no time to breathe, no space to think, just go, go, go. And if you have ever been there or are still there, you know how exhausting it is. But then at a point something happened and I hit a wall. When you are living like that, constantly running it, it's hard to notice until you crash, physically, mentally and emotionally. And honestly, I didn't realize how much I needed to slow down until I was already burnt out. At the time, we were actually forced to slow down, and in a way, that was the true reason I did eventually slow down. If it wasn't for those 2 years of the pandemic, I would still likely be that same workaholic. Now, if you have been watching my videos, you know that in Sicily, life is different. Slower, softer, quieter, and I love it. Here I have learned that finding a balance is key. It's okay to want to be productive, but it's also okay to rest. You just have to find your rhythm. It's true, and I can't lie. There are still days when I struggle to avoid the hustle mentality. That old workaholic voice creeps in, telling me I should be doing more, achieving more, which makes me feel like I'm falling behind. Guilt kicks in. It's like my brain doesn't know how to turn off after years of constantly being switched on. Suddenly I found myself with all this time, this free time. At first it felt like I was wasting it. I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't have to look at my watch every 30 minutes and it felt really strange. Honestly, sometimes I just sat there thinking, is this even worth it? Why am I not doing more? It was like I couldn't get rid of the feeling that I was missing out on something and being left behind. But then, that's when I remind myself, Slowness isn't laziness. Presence isn't idleness. This is not giving up. This is showing up fully. I must admit that transitioning from being a workaholic to embracing a slower, more intentional life is one of the hardest, but actually most rewarding, mindset shifts. The slow life takes practice. It's not just about moving slower, it's about unlearning the idea that speed equals worth. Sometimes the hardest part of change isn't what we leave behind. It's learning to trust the peace we have found. The old me ran fast. The new me walks with purpose. When I understood this, another part of that hustle brain stepped in, instilling another fear inside me, which is the financial fear. I guess when I really think about it, this has always been a big fear in my life and kept me tethered to busyness, even when I craved a slower life. Slowing down always sounds beautiful. Peaceful mornings, home-cooked meals, time with people you love. But let's be honest, sometimes, even when we can slow down, we don't. Why? Because something deeper is holding us back. Fear. Especially the fear of not having enough and not doing enough. For so many years, I associated busyness with security. If I was busy, I was productive. If I was productive, I was earning. If I was earning, I was safe. Even here in Sicily, away from the hustle, where life is slower and more grounded, that other voice still whispers, you should be doing more. What if the money runs out? What if you fall behind? It's a fear that doesn't go away just because your surroundings change. So what do I do with that fear? I acknowledge it, and then I ask, can I live with less and still feel rich? Slowing down doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means choosing a new kind of wealth. One where your time, your health, and your joy matter just as much as your bank balance. I can't deny that the fear is real, but so is the freedom. And little by little, I'm learning to trust that a slower life, even with its risks, is still the right one for me. Because no amount of money can buy back the time we lost being too busy to live. Before I conclude today, I would like to share with you my garden vegetable tour, which unfortunately this year was an epic fail. It could have been I planted too early, and then came a bit of cold, and then came a lot of heat. It was a massive heat wave, and it just didn't. When something like this happens, that little voice in my head comes out again, even with bigger force, because I don't feel productive enough even to grow my own vegetables. But that's life. So we'll try again, and I won't give up. I will be planting some more seeds, and I already bought some new plants which are doing very well since we put up the shade cloth. And we just hope for the best and enjoy whatever nature has to give us. I guess the workaholic gene might never fully disappear, but I am learning how to coexist with it without letting it completely take over. There are still days when I still struggle to avoid the hustle mentality. And I still find it very difficult to relax. But at least my hobbies keep me grounded because I'm doing what I love. Starting a YouTube channel has definitely been a great way to stay active and motivated. It allows me to stay engaged with a like-minded community and who can actually relate to my journey and my dreams. It also helps me to be very creative, but without that pressure of the constant hustle. What's also so amazing is that I am able to shape my channel around my personal journey, sharing my experiences with others who might be going through similar transitions. My YouTube journey has been very fulfilling and motivating, and has sometimes silenced that nagging hustle voice inside my head. So I thank you all for subscribing, for commenting and sharing your own journey and your own dreams, and most of all for helping this channel grow. And hopefully we can inspire others to follow their own dreams and move from their hustle life to harmony. I hope to see you all on my next video, and till then, remember, you don't have to live in the fast forward lane. Slow down, your life is happening now. Bye bye, and thank you so much for watching.